We're no soldiers, not in real life anyway. The closest we've ever come to seeing real combat is paintball. The bullets might not fly straight, but you get a pretty good sense of cover and teamwork. Getting pinned down behind a set of barrels, the feeling that if you stay where you are, you're gonna get shot, if you run, you're gonna get shot, it's a euphoric thrill. Some shooters come close to that jarring simulation. Battlefield 4 is one of them. From the silver halls of DICE and their illustrious benefactors at EA comes the next installment of absolute mayhem. Though considered in many ways supplementary to the multiplayer mainstay, the campaign of Battlefield has had a considerable amount of developer resources poured into it, and as such, deserves to be played. No, it won't live up to the team experience that the series has provided for 11 plus years. The characters, despite their crisp renderings, are as wooden as you would come to expect from a military shooter. Pack's boyish looks undermine his ability to shoot enemies until they're pushing up daisies. Irish is a dead-eyed killer and family man with a guilty conscience. Along with the Chinese intelligent agent Hannah, this ethnic rainbow of a mod squad will be your backup through the 7 campaign missions. The Frostbite 3 engine felt a little suffocated during the routine indoor environments, the dams, prisons, tunnels, and the like, but there are plenty of chances for it to stretch its legs on mountains, desert, and island settings. Battlefield's campaigns have always felt like a tutorial to learn the weapons, gadgets, and vehicles before you jump into the online suite, but they generally fall short with dated cliches and predictable dialogue. On these criteria, BF4 is no exception. The difficulty is a nice surprise. We were playing the game on medium and we found ourselves reverting to checkpoints frequently. Finding the right cover, the right vehicles, all at the right time is what will get you through a mission without keeling over. All in all, single-player BF4 is solid entertainment, but let's get to the good bit. The meat in this sandwich is the multiplayer. The maps of BF4 have everything from corridor choke points to high-rise buildings, all requiring distinct offensive and defensive strategies. Levolution is the buzzword coined by EA, and as lame as it may sound, it does offer a veritable shift in the landscape on some maps. Every surface you use for cover has the physical properties that it represents. The Paracel Storm map exemplifies the Levolution mechanic with an incoming tropical typhoon. The horizon darkens, waves swell as torrential rains pour from the sky. The Zodiac we're riding with our squad mates almost flips as we crest over the waves en route to our current objective. You certainly can't fault DICE on their presentation. But as impressive as all this eye candy is, with all the developer resources EA threw at this thing, should we not expect a little more? The Commander mode is a step in the right direction, rewarding players who have worked their way up the ranks with the privilege to direct troops around the map and drop supply caches. Of course, obeying the Commander's orders is completely optional, a creative license to ensure player freedom. But having an overseer to peg high-value targets, such as the engineer who keeps destroying your armor division, is a clever way to get everyone on the team to focus on a single objective. The more teams work together for a victory and not get lost in another COD Counter-Strike Twitch-fest free-for-all, the more the Battlefield franchise stands distinct from its competitors as a true warfare sim. Conquest maps remain the ultimate large-scale battle experience, and the matches are a riot with 64 players. Smaller rush and deathmatch modes get you right into the chaotic action for quick kills, but the new one to try is obliteration. A comb is escorted to an enemy location then detonated, all while defending your own base. The usual zones of control are a lot more dynamic, and the flashpoints will pop up across the map in seconds, a refreshing take on the usual advance and vanquish strategies. This is Battlefield at its best, but a safe iteration of the franchise nonetheless. Far from a needle mover, Battlefield 4 will give you the experience we've come to expect from DICE, and for most, that will be enough. The mediocre campaign could have done more to distance itself from the status quo, and with bugs abound on its initial release, the game could have used a little more time in development, but hey, it still satisfies an itchy trigger finger, and your internet bills.